Hey guys, can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Is everybody in? Come on in the room. Happy Tuesday. I have my wine. You're saying good night. We just started, Lure Love. We have just started the live. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Yes. Hey, Mitch. Hey, Steven. How are you guys? How's everybody feeling? Hey, Jamil. Hey, Oya. Oya. How are you? Hey, Sierra. Come on in. Yes, honey. I have my red wine tonight. I have a nice little Cabernet. Come on in. Yes. Oh, you said that's how we greet people. Oh, okay. Wait, listen, wait, I'm West Indian. So, yeah. Okay, my family is from Trinidad and Antigua. That is so funny. I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's funny. Well, hey, I'm glad that you're here. Come on in, y'all. Hey, Jalen. Hey, David. Come on in. Yes. Hey, guys. I feel like I have not gone live. No, no, I did the live with Kempire. Shout out to Kempire. That was like the last time I've done a live recently, but we're back. I want to get back into the swing of going live and just chatting. Hey guys, I've missed y'all too. Hey Angel, hey Noble B, hey Kate. Hey guys, come on in. Oh, it's morning where you are. Chelsea, where are you? I've never been to Carnival. I have never been. I want to go so bad. I want to go so bad. Oh, I love it. Come on in, y'all. How's everybody feeling tonight? How's everybody feeling tonight? We have a lot to talk about. So much has been going on. This has been one of the most drama-filled Februaries, Black History Months. so much chaos. We are only 13 days in, and it's been so much drama. Yes, honey. Come on. Let's wait. Should we wait for more people to come into the room first, or should we just start chatting? Yes, we're going to talk more. We're going to talk about, I want to talk about Monique first. I want to talk about Monique first. I have so much to say. I've been holding my tongue for the longest time, but I do want to talk about Monique immediately. She is first. Oh, thank you. Oh, you like my wine glass? Thank you. Ciao. We're going to talk about it all. I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give like 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna get into the things. We're gonna talk about Usher and the Super Bowl and Beyonce. My girl drops her new songs. I can't wait for the album. I cannot wait for Act 2. So you do know that means that Beyonce will be going back on tour next year in 2025. Like, I hope everybody is ready. Child. All right. You know what? Let's talk. I have been bursting at the seams to talk about Monique. So I want to start off by saying that the reason I wanted to make a standalone video about Monique and her Club Shay Shay interview, but my thing is, I just feel like, what's the point of me turning the camera on if I don't have anything to say? I felt like I watched the entire interview. Monique's interview was almost 3 hours. It was a little longer than Cat Williams' interview. Hers was like 2:55. His was like 2:46, right? But I watched her interview from beginning to end, took notes, and honestly, I felt like it was what we've been hearing for the last 15 years. I didn't think that I learned anything new in her interview, honestly. It was more of the same. I want to preface this by saying that everybody deserves the right to speak their truth and to state their case, to tell their side of the story. I'm not going to take that away from anybody, but I really do want to add that. But at the same time, I just feel like, oh, and I'm not. Again, I want to say that everybody has the right to state their case, but when it comes to Monique, sometimes I feel like there's a lot of word salad with her and her husband. I did not like the constant talk about, oh, Black women aren't used to seeing a Black man by their side, and how it's a sad state of affairs that Black women don't have the love that I do for my king. And it's like, let's stop for a minute, Monique, because I can assure you that me, along with a lot of other Black women, do not want your situation when it comes to your husband. Y'all know me. I do not believe in role reversal. I do not want a man where I'm making the money and he's getting paid for me. I don't want that. So for you to say that Black women are, I guess, jealous, or they wish that they had the kind of love that they do, sis, if that's love, then you can keep that. I'll be happily single and dating, because I don't want that. And I felt when she was reading Tiffany Haddish, and she said, oh, if Tiffany Haddish had a man like Sydney, she wouldn't be in that boat. She wouldn't have two DUIs. I just said, again, Monique, I'm going to need you to stop with all this. And I'm not trying to be funny, but it was just constant praising Sydney, aka her daddy, and the constant, I'm a Black woman who has a Black man beside me, and this, that, and the third. And again, a lot of us don't want your situation. I personally do not want to be in a situation where it's like I'm writing the checks and I'm paying my man. I don't want that. So keep me out of that. That's not a love story to me. Her discussing how her and Sydney met, how they had been childhood friends. They had known each other since they were teenagers. They were brother and sister, essentially. They were best friends. They were roommates at one point. Then she said he saw her when she was taking a shower one day, and then he gave her a kiss before she went to Essence Festival, and that's how their love story blossomed. Personally, her going on to say that he was an attendant at all three of her weddings. I don't see the romance in their love story. I personally see it as a man who is an opportunist and said, let me get in there and be husband number 3. That's what I see. I don't see this fairy tale love story. So she can keep that. But all in all, I think that it's great that Shannon Sharpe does have a platform where people can share how they feel, air out their grievances. But I will say that with this Monique interview, I did not learn anything new. We had heard all about her gripes with Oprah, how Oprah had her family on her show and didn't tell her. We knew that already. We knew about Tyler Perry and how he did apologize to her behind closed doors, and he won't admit it publicly. We already knew the Lee Daniels stuff. We knew it all. I didn't think that I found out any more new information. Now I see today that her oldest son, he blasted her on TikTok. He was very classy about it, but he outed her for not being a good mom, how she was not there, she was not present, she was chasing fame. Now, to Monique's credit, in the interview with Club Shay, she did say that she was chasing fame, she was not a good mom, she was not present, and that she hopes that one day her and her oldest son can reunite and get together. Well, the way her oldest son cleared her, he said, that's not true. You and I both know that that's a lie. You have no desire to want to patch things up and make things right. So why would you get on Shannon Sharpe's show and say that you want to reconnect when that's not true? Now, I saw a few hours ago, Monique and Sydney go on their platform and they address her oldest son's claims. I was disgusted to see Sydney doing all the talking. At the end of the day, that's Monique's son. And I think that Monique should be the one to address it, not her husband. And I did not like how her husband threw out that the son is mentally ill. That is absolutely disgusting. Then when he tried to say, oh, and by the way, you're trying to blast your mom, but we gave you money to buy a car. Well, let's stop for for a minute, right? Because that's what good parents do. Good parents help their children financially, no matter what the age is, right? So how dare you try to use that against him? Like, oh, well, we helped you. So how dare you talk about your mom like that? It's out of line. And if you watch the entirety of that of their live trying to air him out and Stephen A. Smith out, it was a whole bunch of word salad. I think that Monique's husband, I don't get good vibes from him. I think that he has a very like it's like a grifter vibe. I get opportunist, I get leech. I don't get good vibes from him. I don't. And the way that he's always speaking on behalf of Monique, I can't stand it. Yeah, Sydney is her handler. Yeah, yep, in the pocketbook. Yep. Yeah, it was yeah, when he said that a grown man's supposed to get his own money. Yeah, the irony because you're getting paid from your wife. You're her manager. So I think that it's comical that Monique wants everybody else to apologize to her and be accountable. But when her son airs her out, she has all these excuses. I think that, again, I'm not knocking Monique for sharing her side of the story, but I think that Monique is somebody who she's clever and she tries to act like she's so sincere, but I feel like Monique is somebody who also does not take accountability or ownership, because why aren't you owning up to, this ordeal with your son? Personally, I feel like Monique should have called her son up privately and not try to blast him in retaliation on her platform. Just my opinion. Yeah, he gives greasy scammer. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. This is why Tyler and Oprah don't want yet to be in business with her, because he's always there. He was a salesman before Monique. It makes sense. He talks like a salesman. He talks like a used car salesman. All the word salad, all these euphemisms that he drops. He tries to, act like he's just so intelligent. And I see right through the facade. Yeah, she lacks accountability. She hides behind that auntie tone. She does. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have never cared for the my sweet babies. I've never cared for that. I think it's condescending. It just feels very phony to me. I've never been able to buy into it. Again, she has her right to share her side of the story, to air out her grievances. But I just feel like when she's called to the carpet, she takes no ownership for what she's done. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm tired of hearing about this. I'm tired. I really am. I feel like every time we hear about Monique, there's always drama attached to it. There's always drama. And that's no shade. I'm not saying this from any biased perspective. I'm just giving my opinion, how I feel. Again, she's allowed to tell her story, but at the end of the day, she also has to be accountable for what she's done. And the fact that her son is airing her out and saying, no, she was not a good mom. And just because you stand in your truth does not mean that you're honest. I think I butchered what he said up in the video, but he made some very valid points. And I stick by her son. I believe what he has to say. And I think that it's really wrong for Monique and her husband to sit up there and try to throw her son under the bus by saying that he has mental illness. Whenever she has conflict, yeah, she's always yeah. He's always in the mix. Yep, Sydney is always in the mix. I believe she has hardship in her career, but she has personal fallouts with people too. Yeah, Monique is draining. I know I am getting drained by all this. I really am. I'm like, okay, let's wrap this up, because I have a feeling that we're going to be getting some more back and forth. I won't be surprised if we get another video from her and Sydney tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. I hope they take a break tomorrow, because tomorrow is Valentine's Day. I don't think he's managed anybody else. I think that Monique is his only client. So, and again, I feel like that it just doesn't work out. In my humble opinion, I've yet to see it work out where the woman is the more powerful one, the wealthier one, the one with more status. When the woman is the breadwinner, I feel like it doesn't work out. And say what you want about it, but I feel like it's always a problem when the roles are reversed. Hey, Noble B, thank you for the super chat. I believe Mo, but my issue is Oprah did ask if it was okay to have her family on the show, and she said yes. Now she says that Oprah never asked. Well, I thought that hasn't Monique said that Oprah called her up and said, "Can I have your brother on the show?" Right? And she's saying that Oprah got her mom and her dad on the show, and that Oprah did not say anything about that, just her brother being on the show. I don't know. At this point, I'm just weary. I'm drained, honestly. Yup, Oprah asked if her brother could come on, not her entire family. Yes, that's what she said on Club Shay Shay, and she's been saying that in other interviews as well. Yep, she said yes to the brother and not her mom and others. Yes. Yes. She never said Oprah didn't ask. She acknowledges that she did ask, but she did not say that her mom would be on the show. Yep. I just I just feel like, again, I'm glad that people are able to go on Shannon Sharp's show, air out their issues. I think that it's beautiful because he's great. He sits there, he lets his guests talk, they air it out, he doesn't interrupt. But at the same time, when I was watching her interview, I was just thinking, okay, when am I going to hear something new? And I never heard anything new. We've been hearing this for years now. Every interview that Monique has done, her story has never changed. She's never wavered. But I'm like, okay, I was hoping in the interview to hear some new stuff, and I didn't learn anything new. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But I think that it's a shame that her husband is in the mix of a lot of this mess, and that he has become her mouthpiece, and she wants to act like, I'm being protected by my black king. And Monique is very male identified. So I think that's another reason why a lot of her message, I couldn't really get with it, because every 15 minutes in the interview, it was, black women wish they could have this kind of love. And if you had a husband like mine, and, get you a man like Sydney, it's like, no, thank you. I'll pass. No, thank you. I'm good. Nope. Not for me. Yeah, I thought about that too. Imagine if she had daughters. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Child. I guarantee they can work it out, but not with Sydney around. Yeah. Wendy's husband was her manager. Mary J. Blige's husband was her manager. Kelly Clarkson's husband. The list goes on and on. Sherry Shepherd's husband was her manager. And look what happened. The common denominator is these men had no jobs. These women were desperate. They propped these men up. The men got resentful. And look what happened. Now they owe these men alimony, and it's craziness. Kelly Clarkson was having to shell out $200,000 a month. Remember when Kendu hit up Mary J. Blige for $100,000 a month when they were going through their divorce. It just, listen, y'all, say what you want, but I am a big believer in relationships and marriages. The man has to have more. It just does not work when it's the reverse. You can get mad at me, but that's from what I've seen. I do not think that it works. It does not end well. Isn't Adele's new man a manager? Oh, Chris Paul, that's Adele's man, right? No, he has a lot of money because he manages LeBron. So he has money. I think Adele might have more, but Chris Paul does have money. I'm so glad Kelly did not have to pay him spousal support, but she's on the hook for child support. Damn. Child, like have these women, yeah, no, but these women don't learn because they think that they're the exception to the rule. They don't learn. Oh my gosh, okay. Thank you guys. Okay, Rich Paul. I knew his last name was Paul. Thank you. Chris Paul plays for the Warriors. Thank you. Thank you guys. But now, listen, I don't have any more to say about Monique and Sydney, aka Daddy. Shout out to my girl Erica De Niro because I have been loving her videos every time she talks about this whole Monique situation and Daddy, a hot mess. But I do want to talk about the Super Bowl because when I tell y'all, Usher did that. Was it just me, or did anybody else feel like his halftime show was too short? That did not feel like 15 minutes. That felt like only 7 minutes. I was like, wait, it's done already? Like, what's going on? Oh, thank you so much, O'Shea R. Thank you for the super chat. You look snatched for the gods. Love from SA. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But yes, Usher did a great job. I know Alicia hit that sour note, but she made up for it though because the body was bodying, honey. That outfit, Alicia was snatched, giving us Hourglass. I said, come through, sis. She did that. The vocals might not have been on point, but the body. Yes, Usher was amazing. It was 13-ish, but still too short. Oh yeah, it was very short. That did not feel like 13 minutes. It didn't. That literally felt like it was 8 minutes long. I was like, okay, wait, we're done? Are you serious right now? Like, what's going on? What do you mean we're done? Hey, DM Rocks, thank you for the super chat. Hey, I'm glad Porsha is back because her and Kenya are friends and they're going to be a powerful duo. Oh, we're going to talk about Atlanta in just a little bit. Don't you wait. But yes, I think that we actually might get a pretty good season with Porsha and Kenya at the front. I think that Porsha and Kenya, and then a bunch of new ladies. I think it actually might be a good season. I'm actually hopeful. And you guys know how I feel about Porsha. I'm hoping that they don't gloss over how she got with Simon. I hope that somebody's messy enough to bring that up. But I really do think that we're in for a treat. I think I would like to see Kenya's friend, her friend Akila. I would like to see her come on full time for next season. I thought that I think she would be a great addition. She was pretty, married to a football player. She seems really cool, interesting. I want to see her come on full time. I didn't like the fact at the beginning he only sang 2 seconds of he only sang like 2 seconds of each song. Before you could even get to singing, he was already on to the next song. And I wanted him to sing, oh my gosh, more than he did. He gave like 5 seconds to that. Oh, do you think that Sheree's gonna be back? Because Sheree's spot is in limbo, right? We don't need to see Sheree, if I'm being honest. We don't. Are you guys watching Traitors? Because Sheree, I'm shocked that Sheree has lasted this long on Traitors because I'm actually predicting that Sheree might make it kind of far. Because I think Sheree's not that bright. And I think that that's actually going to work to her advantage. So I will not be surprised if Sheree is like in the top 5 for Traitors. I want Sheree back. Sheree, Sonya, and Marlo can all go. Oh, Marlo can go. Do not bring back Marlo. Do not bring back Marlo. Last season needs to be Marlo's last season. Oh my gosh. Traitors is so good. And I feel so crazy that I got on the bandwagon so late because now I'm binge watching season one. And I'm like, oh my gosh, season one was amazing too. And I like how season one had non-celebrities and celebrities. I think that season three should go back to that formula where you have celebrities and non-celebrities on there. Because I season one is good. If you're not watching Traitors, please watch. No, Traitors is must see TV. And okay, wait. Can I say this? Promise me you won't judge me. Promise me you won't judge me. I am actually enjoying Phaedra a whole lot on Traitors. I never thought I would see the day, but I am really liking Phaedra a lot. I'm like, I cannot believe this is happening. What's going on? Hey, DM Rocks, thank you for the super chat. Also, I heard a rumor about George Clooney's ex-girlfriend joining Atlanta. Oh, yes, I saw that too. She was on Instagram saying, should I join this? Does anybody watch the show? I don't know if she would join it though. You think she's going to join it? I don't know. But that will be interesting. And I love George Clooney too. Please, y'all, if you're not watching Traitors, watch it. It is amazing. Phaedra is eating everybody up. Like, this is the perfect show for her. Season three, I would actually like to see some Beverly Hills Housewives and some Potomac Housewives in there, and a few Miami Housewives in there. I feel like Larsa was actually playing the game really well. I'm not going to spoil it. If you haven't watched the show, just watch it. It's amazing. It's a complete, you don't, the game is like a game of no other, okay? But just get into it. It is amazing. It's entertaining. Each episode is like an hour long. It is chef's kiss. No, it's another ex-girlfriend, not Stacy. Yes, Phaedra is absolutely phenomenal on Traitors. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I am liking Phaedra. Yes, it's a murder mystery. You're playing for money. And if you're a traitor, you have to kill somebody each night, but they don't. So you're trying to find out who the traitors in the group are. So there are three traitors. It's a group of 22 people, and there are three traitors in the group, and the rest are faithfuls. So you're trying to find out who's a traitor and who's a faithful. So yeah, I hope I explained it well, but the show is amazing. Oh, I keep hearing about the trust. I'm gonna check that out too. Someone on Twitter said that Sheree probably thought she had to actually kill somebody on the show. The way Sheree is the way Sheree looks so lost every single episode. Like, I scream. Sheree's always like, what? Like, what's happening? Okay, let me watch The Trust because I keep hearing that's good. Campire told me about The Trust too. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, actually, that's yes. Giselle would do well in this type of game where you have to scheme and be conniving. Yes, she would actually be good for this game. Quite who else? I think Kyle would be good for this game. Erica Jane would be good at Traitors. Think about all the housewives who are just, like, they be good. Oh, Kenya would do well on Traitors. Yes. No, yeah. And Ashley would do a good job, I think, on Traitors too, because Ashley's so messy and so low down. She'd be great for Traitors. Oh, Rinna. Yeah, Lisa Rinna. Yeah, if all the housewives who are evil, they would excel on this show. Yup. Scheme, connive, hide face. Yup. Kenya would be a good faithful. Yes, I think that yes, yes. But I feel like if Kenya were on, they would all assume that she was a traitor and probably vote her off early. Oh, Jennifer Aiden. Yes. Oh, she would be good on this show. Teresa too. Teresa, yes, yes. Teresa would be good on this show because they would all assume that she was a traitor. Season 3, NBC, I know you guys are watching. You're in the live right now. Hey, please think about these names for season 3 because I think that quite a few of these ladies will be good for the next season. Oh my gosh, Monica Garcia would be excellent for this game. Yes, yes, yes. A game about deceiving, being a fraud, being a schemer, being a liar, a deceiver. This is perfect for Monica. Melissa would be a great faithful. Oh my gosh. Oh, one season with just the housewives. Oh my gosh, yes, that would be really good. Yes. Oh, I'm excited for season 3 now. But yes, if you're not watching Traitors, watch it. It's really good. Put Linda in there too. The shade of it all. Oh my gosh. That's a good idea to have a theme of characters every season. I can't really get into the show. Oh, you can? Stick it out. I don't know what episode or season you're on, but no, it gets really good because you're screaming at the TV like, "Oh my gosh, how can you not see that they're a traitor?" Like it's intense because I'm not going to hold you. When I saw the first episode, I was like, "Okay, what is this? What am I watching?" And I kept watching it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm hooked. It's amazing, y'all. You guys, I'm picky about shows. So if I'm saying it's good, I would not steer you down the wrong road. Gina needs the money, so maybe she'd work. I don't know. I feel like Gina would be too obvious. I don't There are some housewives I feel would not make a good they wouldn't make a good contestant. I feel like they would blow their cover immediately. But Phaedra is doing and she's doing a masterful job. Chef's kiss. But yeah, check out Traitors. I'm gonna check out the Trust. As you guys can see, I am back doing Miami. If you haven't checked out my Miami recap for episodes 14 and 15, check it out. I went in on Miss Lisa Hochstein because she tried it. Um, I do want to discuss Beyonce because that's my girl. Now, I saw people saying that Beyonce stole Usher's moment. Do you guys feel like she stole his moment? I feel like Beyonce was generous to make sure that her commercial dropped after the halftime show so that way Usher could have his big moment. Right? Yes, no. I'm seeing people say that they're excited for the country album. I'm excited. I think that she's going to kill it. Listen, I'm here for you reinventing yourself and coming out with new music, testing the limits. I see folks saying that Act 3 is going to be a rock album. I can see that. Listen, I'm excited. I love all genres of music, and we know that Beyonce's not going to put out some half-ass stuff. So whatever she puts out, I'm sure it's going to sound great. I can't wait for March 29th. I'm in there. Um, I'm seeing that folks are saying that instead of her doing a world tour, she is going to be at the Vegas Sphere for this country album. And I wouldn't be, I would actually, that would be actually really cool to go to see her in Vegas. What do y'all think? I'm overwhelmed by Beyonce. I need a break. I'm looking forward to Act 3. Nobody's even talking about Usher's new album, just all about Beyonce going country. 16 Carriages is beautiful. That's why she was smirking at Taylor at the Grammys. She should have done it after. I think that I won't be surprised if we see her collab with the Dixie Chicks. Miranda Lambert. Oh, Miley Cyrus or Dolly Parton. I will not be surprised if we see her have a lot of collabs on this country album. And that will really break some records. And then the CMT awards are going to be lit. No, the CMA awards are going to be lit. Her and K Michelle need to do a collab. Oh yeah, because K Michelle has gone country too. I already warned my husband I'm about to spend some more money. There's just been so much Beyonce lately. Well, she warned us. I mean, are you surprised? She told us when the Renaissance dropped that we had 2 more acts to go. So I already knew that we were going to be seeing her for another 3 to 4 years with all these albums. I think that Act 3 is going to be her last album. I get the impression that she's going to retire after this. I don't know. I feel it in my soul that after Act 3 drops, she's probably going to retire. What do y'all think? Tyrese released a double album. I don't think she needs a bunch of collaborations. She's trying to get my tax money. She's trying to snatch it up. I remember her saying, didn't she say when she dropped the Renaissance that during COVID she had recorded like 100 songs. So I won't be surprised if these are the songs that she recorded prior to COVID or during COVID. I don't know. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think that this is going to be this is going to be her last project, and then she's going to retire after Act 3. And then I could see her maybe like when she's like, a few years later, she'll probably do a Vegas residency the way Usher did, and Celine Dion. I could see that. I can see it. Didn't Jay-Z retire? Yeah, retire. Yup. She's not going to be like washed up artists who release flop after flop, then retire. I don't think she's going to retire after Act 3. Act 3 will be her ninth album. I feel like she'd want to retire after her 10th. I mean, listen, I'm only speculating. You very well could be right. Maybe. Who knows? But if the Beehive is like, okay, girl, you've gotten enough of our money, we're tired, she might want to retire. I don't see her ever retiring. Yeah, she does seem, no, you're right, because she does seem like somebody where I don't think she'll ever want to give it up. I think that she will always want to see if she can top herself. Who knows? But maybe again, maybe she's tired. Who knows? I could also see her coming out of retirement down the line. Beyonce's reclaiming country. Yeah. Extended break. Virgos don't know when to stop. You said not me, even if I'm at the stadium by myself. Rihanna gonna drop an album when she retires. I want one more Destiny's Child. Oh, do you think that that's gonna be Act 3? Instead of her doing a rock album, it's gonna be a Destiny's Child album. I don't know. There's so many possibilities. Maybe she won't ever retire. Who knows? Thank you. I want one more. Wait, I still want that DC3 reunion tour. I've been waiting on that since 2018. Y'all are too funny. Okay, wait. Okay, so y'all want Act 3, a 10th album, the Destiny's Child reunion tour and album. So then that means that she won't be retiring for another 8 years then. I'll pass away if a DC3 album is Act 3. Child, who knows? Listen, you don't know with Beyonce. She keeps you on your toes. She's gonna always keep you on your toes, honey. So all we can do is just get ready, stay ready, and give this lady our money. Now, let me just say this. If you did not attend the Renaissance World Tour, Act 2, I would suggest going, and I would suggest going for Act 3 too. One thing about Beyonce, Beyonce puts on a show. I have seen her several times. Each show is better than the last. I think that the Renaissance was definitely the best tour I have been on. I mean, that was phenomenal. When I tell you, you will have such a good time. Beyonce is a performer. I mean, it's an experience, and I think that you should experience it at least once in your life. But when I tell you Act 2, I will be there. I will be ready because I want to go and see her live performing this country album. I can't wait. Oh, absolutely. She is in a league of her own. Absolutely. I still watch. Yes, I still watch my Renaissance tour videos too. Yes, listen. When that show was over, when she played her last song, Summer Renaissance, I had tears in my eyes. I said, I cannot believe that 2 hours flew by like that. I mean, she is a fantastic performer. And you know what's so funny? I've cried at every concert that I've been to of hers. That's how good she is. The first time I saw her, I was I was sobbing. That woman, no, she is, I mean, I don't even have enough words. You are going to have an amazing time. Even if you aren't a big Beyonce fan, I can assure you, you will still have a great time because she gives you a show. Like, that is money well spent. Like, nobody walks out of that stadium feeling like, oh, I could have, seen somebody else. Like, no, she is extraordinary. I mean, immaculate, flawless. The vocals, the mic is on. Just a beautiful. I can't even speak. That's how good she is. That's how good she is. I was so upset that I did not buy another ticket to see her in another city. I was like, wow, I should have gone to see her at another city because I could not believe that my concert was over. That's how amazing she is. I'm still mad I didn't get to see her at MetLife. Well, she'll be coming. She'll be. Listen, I'm sure we're gonna see tour dates for Act 2 and Act 3. Oh, you're talking about. Oh, you're talking Porsha. Let me say this. When I tell y'all, when the news came out that Candy was not coming back, I was rejoicing. I've always been indifferent about Candy. I could take her or leave her, but say what you want. Candy gave everything that there was to give. We saw every facet of her life. We saw her when she was single mama, she met Todd. Well, no, she was with AJ. She met Todd after. We've seen it all. And I feel like there was nothing else for her to give us. Her storyline has been completed. So when she finally said, you know what, shout out to everybody, I have fun, I said, you have to know when to leave the fair. And I'm so glad that Candy made the decision to leave because I honestly felt like these last few seasons, Candy was just there to collect that check. It was all over her face that she was there to promote her new business and she was there to film those scenes and get her money, but her heart wasn't into it. So I'm glad that she made the choice to leave because I think that Atlanta will really thrive. I'm praying that Marlo is fired. I'm praying that Sonya is not asked back. Sonya gave us nothing. That was a complete flop in hiring. Sonya gave us absolutely nothing. Yeah, she was over it. Candy was, yeah, she was so busy, she was barely there. Yeah, she checked out. She did. No, y'all don't understand. When I tell you, I am praying to God that Marlo is not back for next season. I'm praying. The only way I could see them bringing Marlo back, because remember how when Porsha was still on the show, her and Marlo had beef. So maybe I could see them bringing Marlo on because she would have a storyline beefing with Porsha, and then it will be Porsha and Kenya against Marlo. But I'm praying to God, Marlo is too volatile. Her attitude is she's not a good fit. Yeah, I can't stomach Marlo either. Yeah, I agree. Marlo is better as a friend of the show. I agree. Do you think Phaedra's coming back? That's a good question. I saw Phaedra give an interview and she said that there are some talks and we'll see. I Well, I guess if Candy's gone, then I guess Phaedra. I mean, listen, Phaedra's not doing anything on Married to Medicine, and I think that Phaedra is a better fit on Housewives than she is on Married to Medicine, because we are not getting anything from Phaedra on Married to Medicine. Phaedra is just there. She is collecting a check, doing nothing. I never looked at Marlo the same after she said what she said about Kenya's mom. She's done so many evil things. Yeah, she's not Marlo's not entertaining at all. She's horrible. She's nuts. It's hard to watch. Honestly, the only thing interesting about Sonya was her husband. People want Phaedra back to fight with Candy, but Candy is gone. Yeah, I mean, if they end up firing Phaedra from Married to Medicine, I can see them having Phaedra back on Atlanta, especially with Porsha and Kenya being back. So I could see them saying, okay, well, let's do Porsha, Kenya, and Phaedra, and then bring in three new faces. I could see that. Freaking fraud. Marlo banging on that door with Brooklyn. Yeah, that was horrible. And then when they were at, what was it, Blue Ridge Mountain or Bluestone Mountain? Where was that vacation that they did? And Marlo ended the trip early, and she was sitting up there screaming at Kenya for like over an hour. That was, I mean, Marlo acts like a psycho. It's horrible. She's very unhinged. I would not feel safe around her because Marlo is somebody where if you argue with her, she gives you that impression that she's going to try to fight you. Like if I were around Marlo, I would be a bit weary to even talk to her because one, you don't know what's going to set her off. She gets mad at the drop of a dime. Then when you do argue with her, she's always standing over you. She acts like she wants to fight you or touch you. You don't know what's going to happen. I think she's a liability. I think that Marlo has a lot of issues. And I'm not saying this to be mean. I think that Marlo needs to focus on getting her mind right. I think she's a lot of unresolved issues and she's taking that out on other people, and that's not fair. Marlo wishes she had that relationship with her mom. I keep telling you, Marlo needs an exorcism. Listen, no, Marlo's attitude is very unhinged. I would just be wary to be around her. Her trying to use her nephew who passed away as a storyline this last season, that was unacceptable. For you to say that Candy was not there for you or didn't support you, they played the tapes back and you were at Candy's house smiling in her face. So I just, Marlo is a no for me. I think that she was better off as a friend of the show. She brings absolutely nothing as a full-time cast member. She's just doing way too much, and it's sad. I keep seeing people say that they want Quad on. I don't know if I would want to see Quad on Atlanta. I think that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to see Quad on there. I think that if anything, and I saw Mariah Huck's interview with Carlos King, I think that Quad might be better suited to maybe have her own spinoff or maybe have a show like Blood, Sweat, and Heels. I think that's more Quad speed. But I think that Quad has outgrown Married to Medicine, especially since she's no longer with Dr. G. And I feel like I don't know if I would like to see her on Atlanta. I think she's better off having her own show where it's centered around her and maybe some other single ladies and they're doing their own thing. Again, like Blood, Sweat, and Heels. Marlo was only good while Nene was on the show. Yeah, I agree. The nephew stuff was beyond hard. Yeah, it was a reach. Yes, she tries to make her issues everyone else's problem. Yeah, I don't think that Quad on Housewives would work. I think that let's have a new show with Quad, and it's like a blood, sweat, and heels type show. I think Mariah and Kenya would be hilarious together. Yeah, I mean, Mariah is very witty, quick on her feet. If she goes to Atlanta, she's gonna cry about sisterhood, just like Married to Medicine. Yeah, I think we would get a lot of theatrics from Quad, the same that we get on Married to Medicine. I think that the women on Atlanta would get tired of Quad and the dramatics. I think they would. I don't think that her antics would fly on Housewives. When she said that Candy didn't help her get her record expunged. Yes. Oh my gosh. I was like, you do know that Candy is nobody's savior, right? If you want to get your record expunged, then do that on your own. Also, for Marlo to have been with that billionaire for all those years, why didn't you think about getting your record expunged when you were with him? Why did you wait for Candy to do that for you? Like it just makes no sense. I think that with Marlo, she's very envious, and that's her envy and jealousy seeping out, and that's why she lashes out. Yes, I'm gonna watch the new season of Summer House. I don't know. Quad is friends with Porsha. It could work as a friend of. I mean, sometimes I don't think that the crossovers fare that well. I think if anything, just give Quad her own show where it's centered around her. Not It doesn't have to be a spin-off per se, but let's start another show, like I said, like a blood, sweat, and heels type of show, and have Quad at the center and give us five other women and let's move from there. But I don't think I want to see Quad on a Housewives show. Quad kind of has main character energy. She needs to be the focus, or it'll just spiral with. Yes, yeah, I agree. I think that on the Housewives, everybody on a Housewives franchise has main character energy. And I don't think that Quad would be able to deal with that. I don't know. I really think that Quad is better off staying on Married to Medicine or going elsewhere. But I don't think that Housewives would be the great jump for her. Again, I could be wrong. Who am I? I'm just a content creator stating my opinion. But yeah, I would rather see Quad on a brand new show with a brand new premise, a brand new cast. That's just me. Yeah, or like yes, a dating show. You know what show I think would be cute for Quad? Remember Queen's Court when they did that with Tamar and Nivea and Evelyn Lozada on Peacock? Put Quad on a show like that. I think that Quad would do well on a dating show, like a cute bachelorette type show. Bravo is listening to your opinion. I mean, listen, all I can do is just shout out some ideas. I know y'all are watching. Hey, so just giving my 2 cents. Oh, come through. Yes, yes, that actually was like the vibe. I was trying to give you like some chocolate tonight. Some pre-Valentine's Day chocolate. And I love Twix too. Oh, they're bringing Queen's Court back with K Michelle? Oh. Oh, K Michelle. Ooh, that's going to be messy. If that's the case, Bravo recast Potomac. So, in my humble opinion, I think that our prayers might be answered for season 9. I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like with the ratings tanking, I think that we are going to see some changes for Potomac when it comes to season 9. I feel it. Now, it can either go one way or another way with the changes, but I think that we will be seeing some people on this cast not returning or being put on pause. Please snatch all them champagne glasses at this point. Yeah, I think that we are going to see some changes. Now, we could see some changes where we're all happy with the changes, or we might see some changes where we're not happy with them. But I do think that some people are going to be asked to leave. I have a few theories, and I said this when I had Kempire on last week. I feel like Bravo might either get rid of Giselle and Robin, or they might, and I hope that this isn't the case, they might let go of Wendy and Candace. I'm hoping that they keep Wendy and Candace, but I could see Bravo going one of two ways. If they're determined to have Giselle on because they feel like she's an anchor and the face of Potomac, then I could see them getting rid of Candace and Wendy. If Bravo wants to keep the viewership, keep the majority of the fans happy, then maybe they might put Giselle on pause. I don't know. Just my thought. But I do think that season 9 we will be seeing some people getting the pink slip. I just don't know who, but I do think that we will see some changes. Karen, I definitely think that Karen is staying. I think that Karen, she's definitely an anchor. She's an OG. People love Karen. Karen is actually one of the fan favorites. So I think that Karen will definitely be back. Hey, Matt Rogers. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh. We got a celebrity in here, y'all. Thank you, Matt. Just saying hi, gorgeous. Thank you. I think a big message is going to be sent RE Potomac. Yes, I think so too, Matt. And we're going to talk. We'll talk after this live, okay? But yes, no, I think that we're going to see some major changes on Potomac. Absolutely. Hey, Linda Kerwin, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for chatting with us, Brooke. Oh, well, thank you for chatting with me. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you. Cheers. Cheers to y'all. Hey, James Potts the third. Thank you for the super chat. Then it's to Hades with Potomac if they keep the GEB and their bull. Look, I'm just giving you two theories. It could either go one of two ways. I'm praying that they get rid of certain people. You and I are on the same page. But I can see it going one of two ways. And I hope that it does not go the way that it could go. I hope that I think that an ideal cast would be Karen, Wendy, Candace. At this point, keep Mia. And y'all know how I feel about Mia. But Mia's thirstiness to stay on this show is so entertaining at this point. And I think that we all want to see this new relationship with this new guy that she has. Mia also has the ability to still talk to everybody. Like Mia will fight with you and argue and go down to the gutter and then still want to talk to you and film a scene with you. And she is able to move past things. So I think that maybe, I guess, keep Mia and then you could fire Ashley. She's got to go. If Bravo wants to keep her, then maybe demote her to friend of, but her time has been gone for a long time. Robin could get the pink slip. She's not giving us anything. And Giselle could definitely go and then bring us three new people. Just my opinion. Nneka's not doing it for me. I wish that Nneka would have came on here just being real, being herself. I wish she had started off showing us her champagne line. That's actually interesting versus you trying to come after Wendy. Nneka can go for last one in, first one out. Nneka is a chop. Mia's thirsty radio host man will probably be on there next season. Keep Karen, Robin, Giselle, Wendy, Nneka, Candace. The Green Eye Bandits wouldn't last without Ashley as their minion. Do you think so? Okay, so you know what? Here's this, right? If Bravo only wants to get rid of one person, I would say keep everybody then and get rid of Giselle. I think that Giselle reminds me a lot of Lisa Rinna. I think that if they got rid of her or put her on pause, the group could actually thrive. I don't listen. I don't know which way Bravo, NBC Universal is going to go when it comes to Potomac, but if they only want to get rid of one person, I don't know, y'all. I don't know what to say at this point. I'm tired. Yeah, she's holding the group back. People would tune in to RHOP seeing what it would be like. Yes. Oh my gosh, Matt, I agree. Yes. People would definitely tune in because they would be curious to see how it goes without Giselle. I agree with that. I agree. Yes, Giselle is holding Potomac back. Yeah, I think that it would be I think well, no, if you get rid of Candace, then Wendy is pretty much up the creek because she's not going to have anybody to film with. She would have what? I guess Ashley and Karen. That's it. And you really can't sustain yourself like that if you only can film with two other people. So that would mess her up if Candace left or Candace got fired. Child, at the end of the day, this whole Potomac casting is a mess. Something needs to change. Period, point blank, end of story. Something has got to change. I stopped watching after the second episode. I think we need to call a spade a spade. Oh, you don't think that Wendy is not working? You don't think so this season? I have been hearing stuff that people think that Wendy's storyline this season has been boring. Yo, what are we gonna do? Because it's just a mess on every single side. It's a mess on every side, on every, however which way you slice it, it's a hot mess. Potomac is miserable because they really do not like each other. I know. It's very sad to see. And that's why Miami is that girl. Because say what you want about Miami, they will go to the gutter and they will all film together the next scene. Miami, I have to say, they are definitely number one and Beverly Hills is number two. Miami has brought it. This season has been chef's kiss 10s across the board. They have not missed. I love Wendy, but it's just not moving forward. I have to agree, Wendy's not a good fit. I think Wendy will work once the group is more cohesive. Yeah, I think that she's at a disadvantage because she's beefing with so many people on the cast. I think that if NECA had come in and just been pleasant, it could have worked for her. But all we're getting from Wendy is this feud. She can't film scenes with certain people. Um, I feel bad. I really do feel bad because I really hope and pray that Wendy is not the one who is given this pink slip this next season. I hope that Wendy is. I think that Wendy has gotten such a bad deal this season. Like, it's really unfair how things are panning out for her. I really feel bad because I love Wendy and it's just not right. Because think about it, this season Wendy has gotten very little screen time. There was one episode, I think it was episode 11, when she went on that double date with Eddie. That was the only scene that she was in, and that was only like 30 seconds long. Hey, Tyra's World, thank you for the super chat. Juan Dixon's here and we're still bored. Ask Rob. Yes, but you know what though? That's Robin's fault because Robin has not been forthright about this entire scandal between her and Juan. We haven't gotten anything from her. So if we actually got a storyline out of Robin, which we should have, we would actually be interested and entertained. But she's giving us nothing. Oh no, listen, I agree. I think that the Wendy issue is a Green Eyed Bandits issue, absolutely. But I'm saying that production is not on Wendy's side because they have been cutting her scenes. A lot of episodes we have not been getting a lot of Wendy scenes. When we do get a Wendy scene, it's 30 seconds long. The only time she's gotten some good airtime is when she's been with the group. I just feel like all of her solo scenes, they've been cut short. And I'm praying to God that they're not trying to, push her off the show. We already know that the Green Eyed Bandits want her off the show. So it feels like production is not really on her side. That's my point. I agree, Blanche. She does give us fashion. Yes, Wendy's intelligent. She's funny. She looks good. She can laugh at herself. Yeah, I agree. She'll shine when Giselle and that production team is gone. Is Eric Fuller fired? Thank you so much for the super chat, Philly John. Well, that was a rumor. I don't know if that. I don't know if that. I don't think that they confirmed if he has been fired. I know that was floating around a few weeks ago, but it's still not confirmed if he's gone or not. They added NECA on with her absurd. Yeah, I agree with her absurd storyline. Maybe they should diversify the cast then, bring on a white wife married to a black man. I mean, listen, I just want them to bring on people who can actually get along, move a storyline forward, have some fun, be real. I'm tired of all these fake storylines. I'm tired of people coming on with an agenda. Yeah, no, Giselle and NECA do talk about Wendy, but I'm saying from a production standpoint, it feels like they're trying to ice Wendy out as well. Yeah, production is on Giselle's side. Like, it's clear as day. Wendy has been getting very little screen time, and I've said that in all my recaps of Potomac this season. I've clocked how Wendy has not gotten adequate screen time, in my opinion. What do I think of Claudia Jordan being back on Bravo? I think that Claudia would actually I think that she would actually do a good job, honestly. I think that Claudia is not afraid to get down with anybody. She's going to work for that check. Claudia is about her money. Claudia has a very interesting and colorful past. And she could go toe to toe with anybody. I think Claudia Jordan she would be good for Potomac because she would get a lot of these women together. She's not afraid of anybody. She would let Giselle and them have it. Robin is boring. You always know who Andy likes when he gives him the first chair. So I saw that the Potomac finale is March 13th, right? That's what I saw. And the Miami finale is wait, let me not no, sorry, Beverly Hills. The Beverly Hills finale is March 13th. Miami's finale is March 6th. And they're saying that the Potomac finale is sometime in March as well. So we have a few more episodes. I already know that this Potomac reunion is going to be a bloodbath. I'm not looking forward to that at all. I already know I'm going to be upset. I feel it in my soul. We're all going to be angry. Right? Claudia would clock them. Yes, if Claudia was on Potomac, she would clock Giselle and Robin. She would get everybody. She could get them all just like that. She'd clock Ashley. Nobody, they would be no match for Claudia. No, she's not. She's in Dallas. She's in Dallas. But hey, Claudia has said she'll move. She'll pack her stuff up. She'll get her a cute little rental in the DMV, and she'll be there if Andy asked her to come back on. I actually think that Claudia that would be some really good TV to have Claudia back on, and have her on Potomac. Please move. Claudia would eat them alive. Yeah, no, she's Claudia's mouth. Claudia got a slick mouth. Listen, I love Wendy, y'all. I'm not saying that I love Wendy. I want Wendy to stay. I'm praying that Wendy stays on. I'm saying from a production standpoint, from what I'm seeing, it appears that production is also trying to ice Wendy out by giving her limited scenes. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying this so that we can all brace ourselves. So in case that does happen, we're not all devastated and surprised. I'm simply pointing out what could happen. I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I'm just giving you guys my theories of what I could see happening. All right. There is a chance that they might be trying to get rid of the people that we love. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm not saying that I want that to happen. I'm simply saying that there is a chance with production being on Giselle's side that they might keep her and get rid of the folks that Giselle does not like. That's all I'm saying. I love Wendy. Again, that's my girl. But we have to prepare ourselves for what could happen. They're trying to ice Candace out. Candace has even hinted in interviews that she could see herself saying, peace. Candace had even said earlier on that when she signed on for the show, she said, I'm giving myself 5 years. And season 8 is her fifth. This is her 5th season on the show. It's been 5 years for her. So there's a chance that Candace might leave there's a chance. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, no, and you're absolutely correct. Giselle brings nothing to the table. You know, I am not trying to get my hopes up with Potomac. I'm simply saying that I do sense that there are going to be some changes for season 9, but I don't know if they're going to be changes that we all love. There's a chance that Bravo might listen to us and they might say, okay, we're going to get rid of the Green-Eyed Bandits or split them up. But there's also a chance where our favorites might be the ones who are off the show. Hopefully that's not the case. At this point, I've given it to God. That's where I'm at with Potomac. I've given Potomac up to God. Whatever happens, I just don't have the emotional bandwidth to get I can't get upset anymore. I can't. I just can't do it to myself. 2024 is all about, my happiness, having a cool head and not letting these shows take me over the edge. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I've given it to God. Whatever happens is going to happen. I think that Candace and Wendy will have a great reunion. Y'all, all we can do is just hope, pray, and keep our eyes out. Hey, Andreas DeWolf, thank you for the super chat. We know you and Matt got some connections at Bravo. I'm screaming. Y'all need to email them about the Claudia idea because that's a great idea. All right, well, I'm gonna definitely put Matt up to it because Matt has a lot of clout and status. They will definitely listen to Matt. Matt, I'm gonna text you. Okay, I'm gonna text you, Matt. We're gonna talk about this. Wendy has to have all the cast members film with her, but that's not going to happen because Giselle is the leader. Yeah, I know. Steven, stay tuned. I don't think that Karen is going anywhere. If anybody, I think is solidified until season 10. I think that Karen is going to be here until season 10. If there is a season 10, I think that Karen will be here. I think that Karen is definitely someone who is not worried about her spot. Andy loves her. The fans love her. At BravoCon, Karen is a fan favorite. She gets a standing ovation when she came on that stage, okay? So I don't think that Karen is going anywhere for any time soon. I think if anything, Karen will probably maybe sign off this show around season 10, season 11. But for right now, I think that Karen's spot, she's good. Because Karen has solidified her spot as being the comedic relief, Switzerland. She can film with anybody and everybody. She is willing to go toe to toe with everybody on the cast. Her little one-liners, the silly shade, the scenes with Ray. I mean, and then her always poking at Robin. People love Karen. So again, I don't think that Karen has anything to worry about. And yes, Karen is the anchor of the show. Oh, absolutely. Karen is the anchor. Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion loves Karen. Rihanna loves Karen. Karen is good. She doesn't have to worry about anything unless she does something so egregious. But I don't see that happening. But I think that Karen's spot, she's good. No, it's not controversial. You saying that. So people go back and forth about the face of the show being Karen or Giselle. I think that they are both the faces of Potomac. But I'm going to ask you something. When somebody says Real Housewives of Potomac, who do you think about first? Be honest. Just write it in the comments. Who do you think of first? The minute you hear Housewives of Potomac, the first person you think about when you hear that, just I don't care about who you like, who you don't like. Okay, I see Candace, I see Karen, I see Giselle. I think of Karen, Candace, Giselle, Karen, Ashley, honestly, Karen, the Green Eyed Bandits, Candace, because she's my favorite, Giselle, Karen, to be honest, Karen. Oh, okay. Well, the overwhelming majority is saying Karen. But talking to people at BravoCon, I think people look at Giselle as the face from what I've heard in my studies, okay, in my travels. Karen, I think that it just depends on who you're talking to because I feel like they're both the faces of Potomac. So if you said that Karen is the face or Giselle is the face, you wouldn't be lying because they both are the faces of Potomac. They're both the OGs of Potomac. Giselle is the face, unfortunately. Giselle is a popular Bravo celebrity. Karen is the face of RHOP. Giselle never comes to mind because she's never had a storyline. At this point, Juan, I think maybe people think that because Giselle was on Ultimate Girls Trip. Well, it's definitely a well. Listen, in this chat, it's clear that you guys think that Karen is the face of Potomac. And all, well, y'all said that a lot of you guys said Candace too. If DC didn't get canceled, we never got Potomac. Do you think that Karen and Giselle would have been on the cast eventually? I don't know, only because they're not in politics. The Real Housewives of DC, everybody was in politics. So I don't think that Karen and Giselle would have been on DC if Potomac was never in the picture. Yeah, I think I agree. It's both of them. I think that it's equal. I think that it's both. When you think of Potomac, you do think of Karen and Giselle at the same time. Yeah, oh, Candace has been on she's been on a fantastic press run for the show. She's been hitting all the circuits. She was on Angela Yee's show. She's been on she was on what was it? Good Day New York. She's been on, yeah, she's really hitting the pavement. She's everywhere. She was at the Grammys pre-party with Victoria Monet. I was like, go ahead, Candace. I mean, Candace has been booked. Candace is booked and busy. In the beginning, season one, when I think of RHOP, I think about the infamous scene, the Green Eyed Bandits versus Katie Ross. I don't think of Giselle in any capacity. I think of Candace, honestly. Oh wow, Candace just sang the national anthem at the Lakers game. See, Candace is booked, honey. She is booked. Candace was partying with how do you say her? Quinta Brunson. I always get her name wrong. I always mispronounce it. I hate doing that. But yes, no, she's out here, honey. She is out here making her rounds. I'm here for it. Giselle in that renovated funeral home. Hey, James Potts the third. Thank you for the super chat. If they continued with DC, it would have people ready to fight. I'm from the DMV and it's elitist as hell. Made me go get 2 degrees. Child. Oh, no, DC was very no, they were very elitist on DC. They were. They were all about, oh, well, my husband is a senator and we're going to President Obama's Christmas party. They were very elitist on DC. And then that one woman, Mary, who lives in Arlington. No, she didn't live in Arlington. She lives in McLean. And she had that gorgeous home and she had 5 kids with her husband. And she was like, oh, yes, I grew up with the Kennedys and all these other people. Oh, yes, honey. Her money was real long. And they're divorced now. All those couples on DC got divorced. Isn't that crazy? Oh, it's your first live? Well, I'm happy you're here. I'm very happy that you're here tonight. Wait, what do you mean that you're getting knocked off of the live? Why? You shouldn't be getting knocked off this live. Oh, well, no, you're right. That's what it's about. Katie Ross had no mercy. Oh no, she was on them. She was not here. She was not here for them at all. Yes, Candace is 36. Katie knew how to read someone, but she needs to be sober and get her life together. Y'all, we're not going to do this. We're not doing this in 2024. Y'all, give it up. Give up the dream of Katie coming back. Andy does not like her. The door is closed. He has told her she's not coming back. She's begged to come back. It's not happening. Give it up. I know we all want Katie to come back, but unfortunately, that door is permanently closed. The same door that Nique is locked out of, that's the same with Katie. Katie's not coming back. So let's all let the dream go. Let's let it go right now. One, two, three, release it. Katie's not coming back. I know we're all sad about it, but bravo, Andy. He's made up his mind. The network does not want her back. They consider her to be a liability. She's not coming back, unfortunately. But we're not going to go another year with us saying, oh, why isn't Katie coming back? That ship has sailed. I mean, the door is closed permanently on her. And she even said it. She said, I know that Andy does not like me. He's not going to forgive me, but I'm sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, she knows that he's not letting her back on, unfortunately. The most we'll ever see from Katie is a cameo when they invite her to a party. That's it. Hey, O'Shea, thank you for the super chat. Side note, Candace's relationship with Robin mirrors that of Sutton and Kyle, and it drives me crazy. Stop being pick-me's, please. Yes. Let's talk about it. It's very much pick-me. I'm tired. I'm tired of Sutton going after Kyle. I'm tired of Candace crying about Robin. It's enough already. Please let it go. Stop chasing behind people who don't want you. And I don't care if it's a friendship, whatever relationship it is. If somebody has made it clear that they do not want to be around you, let them go. Stop begging people for their friendship. Stop begging people for their love. Stop. I'm sick of it. We're on the same page. Oh, thank you. You have the best live because you're so interactive. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't really be any fun if I were just on live and not talking to you guys. You guys make it fun. Y'all have, that's why I do it, because you guys are fun. I like talking to you guys. It's, I love talking to y'all. Wait, what did I miss? Andy can be a hey. Listen, when Andy don't like you, you can forget about it. Listen, y'all, I'm just telling you guys out of love. Please do not get your hopes up talking about Katie Ross. It's not happening in this lifetime or the next. She blew it. It's done. So let the dream die. Oh, I do hope that Porsha is asked about that spinoff when she comes back. I hope that they grill her about all that, because that was a mess. She made a complete fool out of herself. I will never forget that. She picked up that mic stand to hit Dennis's mother. I said, girl, you are what's that expression? It's like just as wrong as two left shoes. Honey, Porsha was wrong. She tried to fight her baby daddy's mother for nothing. It wasn't self-defense. That, if you did not watch Porsha's spinoff, go back and watch that. Porsha, that show was so bad that Bravo scrapped the last 2 episodes. It was supposed to be a 9-episode spinoff. It was only 7 episodes. That's how bad it was. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, Porsha Mayweather. Yes. Ciao. I hope they get on Porsha when she comes back. I hope that nobody takes it easy on her. I hope that they really grill her, because her behavior these last few years, absolutely not. Abysmal. Yeah, it was a hot ghetto mess. She really pulled out a mic stand to go upside Dennis's mom's head. And mind you, nobody did anything to Porsha. Nobody did anything to her. She lashed out for no. I said, wow. And played victim. And then, yeah, told her family, don't say anything about it. And then got mad at production because they asked her, girl, what was that all about? And she was like, I'm not talking about this. It's nobody's business. They were like, girl, what? You just tried to fight your baby father and his mother on national TV. Yup. And she started crying. I said, girl, what are you crying about? How dare you cry? It was a go, please. You know what? Go back. No, don't even watch the season. Just watch the episode where the fight broke out. Just watch that episode. She was out of her mind. I said, she needs help. That made no sense. Do you think her contract came with stipulations where they can't ask her about Simon and when she tried to fight Dennis's mother? I could see that. I won't be surprised if they don't talk about this because Porsha put a clause in her contract. My thing would have been, no, girl, if you want to come back on this show and get this check, you're going to talk about all this stuff. You don't get to show your ass, act a fool, and then we can't talk about it. That's not how this works. If I should ever get on reality TV, whether it's a Housewives show, whatever kind of show, preferably I would only go on a Bravo show, but that's neither here nor there. But if I should ever go on a reality show, if I ever show my behind the way Porsha did, feel free to just give me all the spankings. Feel free. I'll be tuned into your YouTube channels with you dragging me. I'll be, you know what? You're right. I deserve it. You're right. I showed out. I showed my complete ass. Nobody to blame but myself. I would own it. And I would come on my channel too and be like, okay, guys, this is what happened. I showed out. Feel free to spank me in the comments. I'm like, you know what, y'all? Let me have it. I'm not even gonna fight y'all. Like, say what you want. You're right. You're right. I showed out. Drag me. Child, you'll give me the Porsha Gina treatment. Child. Baby, I'll be like, child, I showed out, honey. I'm not gonna make any excuses for it. But yeah, no, but Porsha acted like a true fool on that spinoff show. I could not believe it. I was disturbed because nothing even happened. It wasn't like they had come after her and they had tried to, assault her or anything. I could see if it was self-defense, but this was like, you're mad because they're telling you the truth. And now you lash out and want to fight them and physically assault them because you're upset, because you're feeling some type of way. It made no sense. Listen. Ugh. Wait, let's be clear. I never asked for Porsha back. I never asked for Porsha back. So don't put me in the number. Don't put me in the number, all right? I just said if they're gonna bring if they're gonna bring an OG back, then I guess bring back Porsha out of everybody. But I was never on board, like, oh yeah, bring Porsha back. I don't know. Oh, not me. The people on Twitter. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up. I said, oh my gosh, don't accuse me tonight. I said, don't do me. Don't do me. I don't like Porsha, but I'll take her over Drew or Sonya. You have a point. You have a good point. Oh gosh. Porsha is great TV, and I don't believe that can be denied. Child. I mean, you know what? You're right. I'll give credit where credit is due. She is good TV, but I don't like how she just does not take accountability or take ownership. Now, if there was one show that deserved a reunion, Portia's spinoff show needed a reunion because I wanted Andy to grill her about her behavior when she tried to fight Dennis's mom like that. I feel like Portia got off way too easy by not getting a reunion. I think that they needed a reunion because that was crazy to me. Yeah, she gives us something even if it's not something good. Yes. Child. Oh, is Marlo staying? Oh, I don't know. We're all waiting to see if Marlo is coming back or if she's getting the pink slip. I'm crossing my fingers that Marlo is not coming back. Marlo brings nothing but aggravation and straight up unhinged vibes. It's enough. Yes, she was knucking and bucking on her spinoff. She sure was. Oh, I agree with that. Carlos King is right. Kenya and Portia definitely did change the temperature of the franchise. Absolutely. I will never deny that. They were amazing amazing additions. I feel like she might get off easy when she returns for season 16. Yeah, I think she will. I think she will too. I'm not going to get my hopes up about Portia being grilled about her and Simon and all that. I'm not going to hold my breath. You said you give it 3 episodes, then we'll be complaining about Portia. Here's what I'm going to do. Would you be so kind to either could you guys write this down? Write this down for me, right? And I swear, y'all, I'm so honest. If I go back on my word, you have every right to get on me. Or I won't even get upset with you in the comments. I won't go back and forth with you. I'll be like, you know what, you're right. You're right. Season 16 of Atlanta. I'm going to give it 5 episodes before I make any statement about how much I love it or how I'm tired of certain people. I'm going to wait until 5 episodes to get settled in. Hold me to this, please. If by episode 2, if I start saying, oh my gosh, it's going to be an amazing season and I love so and so, I love her, please say, Brooke. Please say, Brooke. Now, didn't you say you would wait 5 episodes? Because the way I will change my mind in a heartbeat. Please remember this. Please remember this. Is Sheree coming back? I don't know. Well, I saw Sheree did an interview where she said that her spot is still up in the air. She doesn't know yet. So I think that Andy might bring Sheree back, maybe to see the interaction between her and Portia and Kenya. So yeah, maybe they will bring. Maybe I think they'll bring Sheree back. Yes, thank you. See what happened with Monica last season. Thank you so much because I went back on my word and I had egg on my face because what did I say? Episode 1, I said, oh my gosh, I love Monica. I love Monica so much. By episode 5, I completely changed my mind. And you guys were like, now, didn't you say you like Monica? Y'all don't play. Y'all do not play. Do not let anybody ever tell you that y'all don't get on me because y'all get on me, okay? Y'all will give me a spanking. So I'm giving myself 5 episodes before I say I like anybody. Hey Jay, thank you for the super chat. Hey, I may have missed it, but did you hear the drama about the new additions to SLC? Yes, I did. So they're saying that the 2 new housewives on SLC, that they run troll accounts too. I said, Lord have mercy, Jesus. So we have 2 more Monicas on the cast now. I said, what's going on? Before y'all get on these shows, can you guys delete your troll accounts? Just why is that so hard? Hey Jay, thank you for the super chat. Great live, by the way. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are having fun. I'm having a great time. Is it true Heather is getting fired? Well, no, Heather's filming. Heather's filming this season. Season 5 just started filming last week. Heather's still on from what I'm hearing and seeing. Child, I don't know where they're finding these new folks. I said, girl, how are both of these new ladies troll? How do they have troll accounts? Child. Bravo has too much money for them to have crappy casting. I agree. I agree. Oh, you think that Heather should have been put on pause as well? You're not going to watch? I mean, well, here's my thing, right? I think that Heather is an anchor on SLC. And Heather has a big fan base as well. So I think Andy was like, you know what? I don't want to get rid of her. I think that Heather saved herself by giving that apology. You could say what you want to say. Listen, y'all, I'm not saying that Heather wasn't full of it. What I am saying is that had Monica been contrite and said, you know what, guys, I'm sorry. That was wrong of me to have this burner account. Please forgive me. Had she been sincere and owned up to it, she might have stayed on the show. But because she doubled down, she doubled down on it, brought out that stupid burn book, she shot herself in the foot. I think that Heather did the right thing. Whether you think that her apology was BS or not, Heather knew how to apologize. She said, I'm sorry. I apologize to the network, to you, to the viewers. I effed up. I own it. That's my fault. She was, say what you want. She owned every piece of what she did. Yes, I think Heather can be good when she's not being a doormat. Lying about assault is an offense in many states. Heather turned into a Karen and cried her way back to the show. She definitely did cry her way back to the show. No, I agree with you. Y'all, I agree with y'all. I agree. I'm saying that, let's be honest with you. Let's all be honest. We're not going to BS over here. If you're on one of these shows, you're making $400,000 for 3 months of work. You were caught in some mess where you lied, it came out, your job is on the line. Would you not be crying for your job back too? Would you not be saying, you know what, I'm sorry, I effed up, please forgive me? Would you not do that? Let's all be honest. Heather, say what you want. She did it the right way. I'm not saying that her apology was, I'm not saying that she's not full of it. I'm not saying that she did not pull a Karen. She did. What I am saying is that is how you apologize. She said, I'm not pinning this on anybody else. I take full responsibility. That's what an apology is it not? Don't we always say when you do something wrong, just own it? She did that. Regardless of whether you like Heather or not, take that out the equation. She owned it. She said, I did it. I was scared. I'm sorry. I effed up. I was wrong to make jokes about this. I was wrong to not admit this to you when it happened. I was scared to death. Again, I'm sorry. It's nobody's fault but my own. I was just afraid. But again, I apologize to you, the network, the viewers, this cast. I'm sorry. She owned it. Whether or not you believe it, that's fine. But you cannot take that away from her that she owned it. And Monica did not do that. She owned it. She owned it. She was smart about it. Say what? She was smart. Think about it. When if somebody does something, if somebody wrongs you, right? You have respect for them if they say, you know what, you're right. I was wrong. I am sorry. I messed up. You would forgive them a lot easier than somebody who doubles down and says, well, no, I didn't do that. Well, it's really their fault. You're going to forgive the person like that who says, you know what, girl, you are absolutely correct. I was wrong. Period. End of story. Hands down. I was wrong. There's no other way about it. I was wrong. She saved herself. She saved herself. And we can argue till the cows come home about whether it was sincere or not. But she did the smart thing. She said, I was wrong. I want to apologize to the network. Had Monica followed her route, Monica might still be on the show. Yes, ownership is everything. Yeah, no, listen, I hold grudges too, but that's not the point. Just work with me here. Work with me now. Come on, don't don't play. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that you respect the person more when they say I was wrong, because a lot of people can't do that. And I don't care who you are. We can all be honest. I don't care who you are. You're going to have respect for somebody who says, I was wrong. You're right. I'm not blaming anybody else. I was wrong. Period. Yes. But what she did should have gotten her fired. Yes. Absolutely. You're absolutely the truth. If Monica apologized and played the and was humble, played the single mom role, she would have been back. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think that had Monica just been, humble, had she had some humility and just said, you know what, guys, I was wrong. I think that Monica was better off saying, you know what, I want to be on this show so badly. I really admire you guys. I was so desperate to be on this show. I went about things the wrong way. I'm really sorry. I'm not this bad, evil person. I swear to you. Had she said something like that, they would have forgiven her and she would have stayed on the show, in my opinion. I never liked how Monica threw her mom under the bus. Yeah, I thought that I just felt at that reunion, Monica had more excuses and more stories than a comic book. Yes, on a personal level, Heather lying is icky, but on a business level, the way she handled things was correct. Absolutely. Two things can be true at the same time. Absolutely. Yeah, she continued to lie at the reunion. She continued to lie. She would not stop lying. I saw she did an interview where she said she has more to say and we didn't, she had more to tell us. I'm like, we don't want to hear it. The reunion's over. The season has wrapped. They're already filming season 5. Monica, just stop. That Andy asked you. He said, Monica, do you have anything more to say? Do you feel like you got it all out? And what did she say? She said, you know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. I'm over it. Andy gave her a chance to speak her piece if she felt like she was not heard, and she turned it down, and then that was the end of the reunion. She has nobody to blame but herself. I don't want to hear all this Johnny come lately stuff about, oh, well, I have more to say and you guys didn't hear the half of it. No, the time to speak was now at that reunion. But the moment has passed you by. We don't care anymore. It is what it is. Yeah, she was, and yeah, her bragging about it, that photo shoot that she did at the finale when the finale dropped, she was not sorry. So for her to act like, well, I'm sorry now, girl, just save it. Yes, yeah, Andy does not like that. Andy does not like that when you do that. When a housewife acts like they're the reason why the show is doing so well, he hates that. I think a lot of factors really contributed it. Oh, why can't I speak today? I'm sorry, it's the wine. Don't judge me. But a lot of the factors were a cause of why she's off the show. She hurt herself. Yeah, she's not smart and she's not quick on her feet. I really want you and Monica to be friends. At the end of the day, look, I don't know any of these people personally like that. It's just a show. Okay. I don't like what I see from certain people on these shows. If I saw Monica at BravoCon, I would say hello. You know, it's not that deep. Like believe me, believe you me, when the cameras go off, like I'm into my real life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that deep where I'm harboring all this, you know, anger towards people that I don't know like that. Yes, I do know some of the housewives, but again, it's still not that deep for me to be really showing out over a show where some of these women have alliances and you know they're cooking all this stuff up to get the folks riled up. So, oh, you say you're still stuck on me roasting Garcelle's look the other night. Listen, Garcelle is such a beautiful woman, and I just want her fashions to elevate. That's all I want. I feel like every time Garcelle is in a scene, I'm always let down by the fashion. I don't know what's going on. Garcelle should be running laps around everybody on that cast. She's a beautiful woman. She's been in the game for 30 years. There's no reason why her clothes should not be elevated. She should be dressing on the same level as Kyle and Dorit. Say what you want, but I love their outfits. I think that even though Erica gets on my nerves, Erica dresses well too. I just feel like a lot of Garcelle's outfits look so frumpy and dated. That orange dress that she has on in her confessional, I'm like, why would you say yes to that? And when you're on camera, you have to really be cognizant of what you're wearing because there are some outfits that I have where I can't wear on camera because it's gonna make me look weird. It's like some stuff it looks great in person, but it's just not flattering on camera. And I just feel like Garcelle's outfits, for the love of God, what is going on? She has the money. Yes, Garcelle looks like Charisse sometimes. Yeah, Charisse with I don't get it. Garcelle should be running circles around everybody on that cast. She's beautiful. What is going on with the outfits? My God. I know I'm not the only one, but I did not love any of her looks in Barcelona. I was like, Garcelle, what is going on? Oh gosh. Child. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that Garcelle has a stylist 24/7. Yeah, and she's a beautiful woman, beautiful woman. But I just feel I did not love the when they went to Magic Mike in Vegas for Crystal's birthday. I did not love that dress that she had on. I was like, Garcelle, what is going on? Child. Yeah, she was a model before she was an actress. Absolutely. She should look amazing in the fashion department. You said Giselle is a travesty. No, you're right. You're right. Child. Now she's dressing herself. That's the difference. Yeah. Well, she has a stylist. We see her with the glam squad, but I don't know what's going on. Oh, you don't love the red wig? There was a scene when she went out with Sutton and Erica for that girls' night. I didn't like how they styled that red wig. There are a few times that I love the red when I do love the red wig when she has it like straight, it's like a 30-inch bust down. That's when I like it. But she had it in, it wasn't like an updo. I don't know what the style was, but I said, oh, Garcelle, I said, girl, you're killing me. I said, you are determined to take me out with this, with the hair and this crazy outfit. Oh, remember Uba on New York saying that since she was a model and always had people addressing her, she doesn't know much about doing it herself. But no, Uba looks good though. I mean, every time I've seen Uba, she looks amazing. She's doing fine by herself. Child, she needs a proactive stylist, not one doing what she wants. Yes. Yes, because yes, there are a lot of celebrities out there who they have a stylist, but they don't want to listen to what the stylist has to say. They want to do it themselves. So it's like, well, what's the point of having a stylist? Garcelle has Karen Huger's wig blocked. Oh gosh. Child, y'all have me screaming tonight. But guys, we've been on here for almost 2 hours. I'm gonna end the live here, but I just wanted to say thank you for joining me, having a cute little key. I hope y'all have fun. I have fun. And I hope you guys have a very happy Valentine's Day. Now, a quick side note before you get on me about Beverly Hills and Miami, they most likely will be late. Not so much late. I'm gonna do my best to have them out by Friday, okay? But if you don't see any videos on Thursday, don't be alarmed. Just a little late, okay? But I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you all for hanging out with me for a few hours. I hope you guys had a good time. And thanks, y'all. Bye, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy early Valentine's Day. Hope you guys have a good day. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.